Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to the Brony Show that I have forgot to announce on our Discord. We are at episode 612, and I am your host here to eventually get things put together while apparently battling something really strange that's happening in my stomach. I am Circuit Main. And I am joined by a wonderful group of panelists here. Some have recently been able to find their way back from HarmonyCon. Sorry, and apparently I just copy-pasted the bad thing here, so that's not helping at all. But yes, we are joined by DM21.
Man, it's not good to be a fan of that these days.
Well, right.
Talking about what I just sent you, I
Yeah.
meant.
But yeah, we'll get to that here in a little bit. We're also joined by Textalion.
Hey.
We also have Toakoi.
Heyo.
And Suki of the Otaku Ascended.
And I am away to go do other things while you all talk.
Yay. But yes, if you could tell from the old school title card here, Creature unfortunately is a little bit on the busy side of things for this month. So unfortunately that it falls on me to do things. So I'm as terrified as you are. Means I'm either going to have to use old title cards or make new ones. I'm also going to have to do the video editing. I am so scared right now. But well, before we get into things here, just a quick word of note here, and we're just going to hop onto it now because it does suck. However, at the moment, it kind of doesn't quite fall under Brony stuff just quite yet, in a way. But apparently, Diamond Comic Distribution has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Now, if any of you know comic stores and things like that, usually Diamond is actually one of the more known major distributors for things such as comics, collectibles, and things like that. Of course, we also know that in recent times, comics have not been doing too hot, and I imagine that Diamond probably isn't doing too hot along with that. Now, the thing is that the thing is that they've filed for Chapter 11, which doesn't mean that they're going out of business, but it allows them a chance to try to reorganize their debts and finances to basically try to stay afloat. So,
in simple terms, they're trying to stop the bleeding.
Essentially, yes, they're trying to stay afloat. So because of that, we are just going to make mention of it, but we're not going to speculate on anything because there's literally nothing to speculate on. All we could do is hope for the best. Make sure you support your local comic distribution if you can. I'm sure a lot of comic book stores and other outlets are going to be looking for other distribution methods as well, because if Diamond isn't doing too hot, then also that means that other distributors might be able to come up and start to do the job better. Who knows? It could be a good thing in the long run. But at the moment, it's not affecting the Brony community by and large, as we're aware of.
Aside from possible distribution of old prints at stores, it shouldn't affect this.
Well, even then, yeah, old prints, you're not going to be able to order them anyway, so you're kind of more going into a store situation.
Unless you go digital, unless you went digital.
No, I still go for physical copies if I can. Granted, I still have one Pony comic I'm missing, but it's a more recent one, so it's not going to be a pain to find, but it's still going to be a pain to find.
True, but some people find it a bother and just use the digital app.
Well, they could do whatever they want. I like to bother. Give me a break. I've seen enough digital things that die, and you can't recover that.
It is a thing of you choose how you do. You can't choose anybody else.
Besides, I don't blame him either, because it's a lot easier to have a lot of comics on a little phone that you can just carry around with you than giant boxes that are stored under your bed. So I admit that there's a give and take in regards to this. I just like the permanence of 20 years later. I can go down in that box and I can still pull out those comics. Well, 20 years later, your phone app might no longer function.
True that.
But it's each their own.
That's why I try to buy
Anyway.
games physically if I can.
Anyway, we're getting a little off track here. So we're here for the Brony Show for today. We are going to be talking about a convention. To be specific, HarmonyCon, which had their convention literally last weekend. It finished up just yesterday, in fact. Normally, it would take us a week before we could start talking about a convention, but Toakoi just happened to pop in literally about 15 minutes ago. And CMC is also kind of there. He's in the location.
Mm-hmm.
We may get a little back and forth.
Feeling a bit blah at the moment.
We may get a little bit of back and forth with them or some screenshots or things, but we're either case we are going to get a con report of how things shook out over at HarmonyCon. And this is also very interesting to me because, of course, BabsCon is coming up here in a few months, and it will be the last BabsCon, which is also reminding me so many stupid things have been shutting down lately. It's getting depressing.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, at the last time I checked, at least 1,300 people went to HarmonyCon.
It does that! No, that actually is really good. Those are really good numbers.
And that's in addition to the tragedy that happened.
No. Let's save that for later.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be in there as well.
It's probably going to have to be. But for now, let's save it. In the meantime, we still got to give our chance to warm up our vocal cords and talk a little bit about ourselves and what has been going on with us. And of course, we do a lot that with a little bit of wub and a nice shot of this apple whiskey that is actually quite smooth. A little on the hard side, but still quite smooth. So while I take another sip of the Angry Face whiskey, I'd like to ask all of you, what's up, Bronies?
Aside from all the fun I had over the past 72 hours, it's been kind of quiet for me.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I don't got really much going for me. I've been working on a really cool emulation system altogether, just to have fun with modded games and just be able to sit on a couch and enjoy some gaming. Having to like swap out systems and stuff. I still got physical copies and I'm always going to want them, but there's something fun about building an emulation system for just a little over $100 and getting all the way up to like PS2 and Dreamcast games on it. And being able to really customize the sucker. But other than that, well, yeah, I don't got really too much to talk about. Just it's been kind of one of those quieter weeks. I've been, just kind of taking a me kind of situation. Getting more away from social media, trying not to worry too much about social media in general, really, and so much, and yeah, just trying to take care of myself mostly, which is what a lot of people need to do right now. Just a lot of self-love needs to be out there. Anyway,
Nom.
actually, there is one thing I should mention. I don't think I ever mentioned it in the show here, but I almost got scammed.
I think you said it something last week, but better to.
I don't remember if I said anything. Did I say something last week? If I did,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. In any case, afterwards I did. Okay, so yeah, I almost got scammed. Somebody imitated Poxy Boxy. Really sucks. But I was able to get in touch with the real Poxy Boxy. Got the commission actually all set up and going on there. So, yeah, no, I guess we just. Oh, I got into Beat Saber a couple of days ago, in fact.
Ooh.
I've heard it's a really good workout, and I finally decided, you know what? I got a little extra money. I'm going to plop down a good 30. I'm going to pick up the VR controllers and see what it's all about. And I played like a good 30 minutes of it last night. I did another 20 today when I got home. It's really, it's going to be terrifying when I get into the modding scene for that game, I swear. But it's really not. It's really fun, and it does give you a little bit of a workout. So yeah, I think it's gonna do me a lot of good. So along with trying to tighten up my diet, which yeah, I'm drinking a whiskey, but I have been working on getting other things organized. Yeah, I'm doing better for myself, which is good. Alright, that's enough of me there. Anybody else have any quick what's up, Brony, going on?
Chaos Sakai, has anyone spent hours finding one video game boss only to get your butt pounded in every time?
I feel that.
That is what it is. You know what? I play a lot of RPGs. I absolutely get that. Especially if you're at the point of no return, so you have no choice but to keep fighting that boss until you either win or you've realized you are screwed. But I feel that. So, I guess with that, not really a lot of what's up Brony going on, but yeah, we're about to hit into the last of the big holidays here before we start to warm up. Of course, that means we got Valentine's just about 10, 11 days away. We all know about the lore of Valentine's Day. That if a single guy in their mid-20s comes out of a college room and sees their shadow, they're going to get 6 weeks of not getting a date. Otherwise, they will go ahead and continue to play Call of Duty and not have a date for the rest of their life. So they pretty much have to see their shadow. The only problem is that they're usually waking up drunk, so they have their shades on and they can't see their shadow. Plus, with all the cloud coverage, I mean, this is pretty much why everybody's pretty much single at this point. You know, nobody looks at their shadow anymore.
No, they all look at their phones.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why everybody's single. Sorry. So, yeah, we're going to celebrate the 15th by having black noodles. And we're going to watch a lot of romance animes saying, oh my god! Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Let's move on. Anyway. Okay, let's see. Raven from... Oh, so that's what that was. I thought that was a Stellar Blade image in the gaming chat. I wasn't... But yeah, no, that game is not pretty. That game is not pretty at all. I mean, it's pretty, but it's not nice. It's a
woman.
It's a pretty game, but it's not nice. It is not the nice game. So, HarmonyCon is over. It means now we have breathing room for the next convention. And of course, the next convention will be the Festival of Friendship over in Southampton, UK. That is not for another 6 weeks and some days, so we got a month and a half until we really start to hammer in onto the conventions again. And a couple weeks after that, we have Ponies Online, which started to do their sign-ups for guests, musicians, vendor hall, all that fun stuff. Of course, keep in mind it is a pure online convention, so everything is done online. And
as long as you don't have face cam, you could be in compromised positions.
Let's not encourage people.
Oh.
But we also do have BabsCon coming up a couple weeks after that, which will be the last BabsCon. And it is and people are getting really set up to go on this. I've been working on my plans diligently. We've pretty much finalized the hotel plans, the travel plans, the room plans. I'm working on the drink mead plans, shenanigan
Also,
plans.
Plans on me. Somebody sent you something to get something set up.
I'm also working on that plans as well. I have a few fun ideas for that as well. But yeah, there's a lot of plans going on. There's a lot of fires in the tires. There's a lot of tires on fire. We are getting ourselves ready for a big old heaping helping of pony. And to make sure that we let BabsCon go out with a big old bang. Before we have to crawl back to our daily lives.
They had a pretty decent presence at the Harmony.
Yeah, I heard the room party was pretty spectacular.
They had to move it at least once.
that's pretty spectacular in my opinion. So, yep, that is the convention countdown. And let's go ahead there. Let's bring up the other convention here because might as well since that's all convention-y together. Mayor Fair. Yeah, we know, but we're still going to talk about it because we're a podcast and we have to talk about all of this stuff. If it's pony related, we talk about it. So, keeping that aside, Mayor Fair has announced their convention dates, hotel, venue, all that fun stuff. And yeah, not for nothing, the website to do this is really killer. Got a nice little corkboard aesthetic going on. Code of contact, contacting news, all of that fun stuff here. But yes, they have announced the venue, and they are going to be at the Rosen Center Hotel in Orlando this year. So yeah, they've moved up. They have moved up. I mean, that looks really nice.
Wow.
Yeah. But so yep, they are getting all set up. They have gave warning that if you have more people in the room, you are going to be charged a little bit more. But not surprised. That's kind of how it happens. But yeah, they got the room all set up. They have all of the information. I don't know if they've mentioned traveling or how you're supposed to get there. But I imagine there's got to be ways. I would like to hope there's going to be ways. Actually, maybe I think Wyndham was where they were at before. I don't know. Anyway,
It also has multiple places, so who knows?
But yeah, actually, it's really cool. They even got a little calculator here. Like you're gonna have 3 ponies. You're gonna be in for 4 nights. Oh look, it's 556. And if you split, oh wow, they look. Say what you will about Mayor Fair, but they are really kicking it up on how to really do some really user friendly things for conventions. I mean, look at that. Look at that. You could split you could find out how much it is for everybody immediately on the site itself. That's cool. That is really cool. And I'm hoping that includes the tax too. It looks like it includes the tax, or maybe.
Well, it says the rate right there, so.
Mayor Fair is shaping up to be quite a convention event.
They have good ideas.
They have good ideas, and they do a lot of interesting things. And yeah, even look at the code of conduct. It's not like they endorse anything really bad. So yeah, they're quirky. They're weird. They're
goofy. They're all little loony.
But it does look really cool. I am gonna still give them the benefit of a doubt and hope that they have a really good convention this year. Maybe not so much stupid happen. Cause be nice. But anyway, that is Mayor Fair. If you want to check it out, all of the information is there. Let's go ahead and move on to other things, such as what we haven't had a wild mains in a while. Do you know what we need? Something completely different. Mermicorno has been announced. So this is interesting because I don't know if anybody's seen these, but there's these little blind bag unicorn figures.
I think that's what I saw in one of my grocery little stores yesterday when I was getting some cookies.
Yeah. I think I might actually have one myself by complete accident, but
the blind bag thing was in one of those aisles right near the cash register. I was like, "What the heck is this?"
But yeah, no, I mean these are pretty much the epitome of chalky blind bag merchandise. It almost feels like it was just made to try to milk money from Lisa Frank. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, let's face it here. Here's a promotion image that they have of Unicorno here. I mean, look at that. Doesn't that scream, we like Lisa Frank stuff, so we're going to try to get in on it?
I can see it.
Yeah, when I first saw them, I thought it was the Lisa Frank stuff, but no, it was under a different name.
Yep, it's its own thing, and apparently it's gotten, or at least it's gotten enough attention from somebody that they are making their own television series that is going to be on Max. So of course,
It's
you know,
gonna die a slow death.
it might die a slow death, but it also might be interesting or impressive in its own right. I will probably make efforts to check it out. I don't know if we're going to do a steady stream of talking about it, but you know, if you like unicorn ponies, in this case, you like sea pony unicorns, apparently that's going to scratch a very particular itch for you. I'm sure some people are excited out there.
Call upon the sea ponies.
But for now, advertisements are out there. It looks like it'll be in the United States on Max. In Canada, it'll be on apparently YTV.
Oh, that's a station I haven't heard of in a long time.
So yeah, there's a lot going on with this, and I imagine it's going to be more of a kids show, but who knows? Maybe they'll do the G4 commitment with this. Or it could end up being just another shovelware thing, but we'll find out. It's interesting, that's for sure. Speaking of interesting, so who here wants to go and get their probiotics along with Pony?
Yeah, that doesn't seem
You can take care of your gut and have a little bit of Applejack while you're at it.
Phrasing.
No.
It fits.
I'm not kidding. So, probiotic gummy tins have appeared in Chicago, apparently.
Huh.
But yeah, these are little probiotic tins. Apparently, they appeared in Chicago, but they are definitely not from Chicago.
I love how the cardboard has AJ without her hat, but on the tin with Rainbow Dash, she has her hat, obviously.
Yeah. But yeah, the little probiotic gummies are available. It looks like they were imported, of course, but they look pretty cool. And they have cards. Apparently, they also have little cards that are part of it together. So,
Wow.
That reminds me, while at HomniCon, I stood in and Tony Leak is doing art for that Chinese card thing, so.
cool. Probably should save it. Alright, but yeah, no, that is... It's a fun, quirky little thing going on here. So, who wants to see what we were robbed of?
Oh, I've heard about this from Tony and crew.
Well, I don't know if you're going to talk about the same thing or not, but... Really quick, because... Right. So, GM Barrow has posted that apparently Make Your Mark was well into production of Season 2. Or at least they had some idea of where they wanted to go with Make Your Mark Season 2 before it got canceled. They wrote the entire... They wrote down the entire story of what Season 2 was going to be like of Make Your Mark, and... apparently they thought it was going to be pretty funny. They had some, at least GM Barrow felt awesome, funny scripts for Make Your Mark 2, and they were ready and raring to go for the next season of it. The next real season of it, not a Netflix season. But now, they're out there in the ether. Perhaps. Hopefully. I mean, it would be really cool to see if we could get if these scripts ever show up. Right now, we are still getting Tell Your Tale stuff that we probably never would have seen, but still kind of a shame to see that it literally was ripped away from us right out of nowhere, to the point where even creators didn't realize what was going on.
Yeah. At this point, it's mostly on the head of Hasbro that we're putting the blame on.
There's a lot going on with that, but in any case,
I also heard they are going to be focusing on the video games recently.
It wouldn't surprise me, but I'll leave that to scuttle to the gamers. Instead, we're going to talk about the latest and greatest and random pony content that apparently has been hitting it off with a lot of people. Tamers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 once again has released another video. The reason we're not going to be putting this in our video content, this one got age restricted.
Oh
Really?
my God.
I am not surprised.
Not surprising at all, but at the same time kind of surprising because it seems to be rather hit and miss whether it does or not. So I did wanted to get notice out there. This one is Applejack and Rarity leave Ponyville. And if you are familiar with any of Tamer's content, you will know exactly what you're coming up to this. If you're not, let's just say really random early 2000s internet humor might be the best way to put it.
Early to mid 2000s.
Yeah. Let's just say go in there with a grain of salt and a sense of humor, because if you don't, you are going to get offended at some point by something.
And you are going to laugh at things that you didn't think would have been funny otherwise.
Yeah. Just watch it with a sense of humor in mind, and you might find something entertaining. And I mean, it's got the flawless Sparkle Moon, which has become like another massive icon in the Brony community as of late, which is good. We could always use like new icons and stuff to completely go nuts on.
There was a cosplay of Flawless Sparkle Moon.
You see my point?
It's infectious.
And speaking of another point, the animatic for Tell Your Tale Season 2 Episode 33 has also been released. This one, interesting because it talks about the alicorns for 5 minutes. In this case, of course, it talks about the fact that alicorns are basically God. They have amazing power, and they can use it for good or evil. They can either help ponies out or become tyrannical dictators. And of course, there will also be fights.
Is forever locked into that tree with nothing to do, but only with her thoughts.
God damn it. I'm sorry. I know that wasn't intentional, but that was beautiful. Just some random piano music in the background. Nothing but her thoughts. Ding dong, ding dong. But yes, it is really interesting as they basically brought in a little bit more of what was going to be alicorn lore. And the fact that alicorns were essentially god beings, but at the same time, it kind of makes it curious what the hell happened to all of them at this point. Maybe it was the Holy Alicorn War. They literally wiped themselves out outside of the few.
Well, as the old saying goes, just because you're God doesn't mean you can't be killed.
Well, either that or it's just tough to be a god.
Fair enough.
Anyway.
Well, my new ringtone works.
Good to hear. It's got a sense of timing, too. Alright, speaking of comics, we are still getting comics. Believe it or not, they are happening. A two-page preview of Sky's Secret, one of the 4 set of IDW comics that are currently being produced for one-shots, is being teased. This, of course, is dealing with Sky, and of course,
A little bean right there.
A little bean, which the name is tickling, like Violet Rainbow, I think, or Velvet Rainbow, Violet Razzmatazz. It's Violet Razzmatazz. There we go. I don't know. I feel bad, but check it. But I do recommend checking it out. Looks like it's gonna be a lot of silly fun, and it's a side story with a character that honestly deserved a little bit more than what she got, even though she did get a little bit more at least. But yeah, check it out. Violetta. Yeah. Oh, Violetta Rainbow, right? No, Rainbow Violet? No, Violet Rainbow, yeah. Violetta Rainbow. But do you know what else came out? The Rise of Cadence. So yes, the G4 is still getting some comics, and the lore of how Cadence became an alicorn in comic form has officially been released. Now, of course, it does follow the general synopsis of Cadence, but I do not know if it follows the book story or if it does its own thing.
Yeah, only time will tell on that one.
Well, time or reading the stupid thing, because it's out now. So literally, you just got to get the book and the comic and read. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with the discussion on this, but yep, the next My Little Pony G4 comic has now officially been released. And I will hopefully have my copy here very soon. Next, top 25 pony videos of the year has been released by Little Shy Femme. I honestly recommend checking this out if you haven't had a chance to enjoy all of the amazing pony videos that came out this year, and you just want a list of the hits. What's wrong with you? But you can still get your list of the greatest of the year in a nice 25 video format. So yeah, please check it out. It's good. It's awesome stuff. You could maybe remember videos that you forgot about. Like, I honestly forgot about how they made that Smooth Witch sound like Hank Hill. Well, aren't you the nudist down in the colony? Well, hot thing, we gotta stop the Smooths. Okay, that's enough of that. Seriously, check it out. A lot of fun videos, a lot of good memories. You know, it's good stuff all around. And if you really want to know how much Mayor Fair is really putting into it, they even wanted the opening ceremony video of Mayor Fair is in here. They really did put some crazy production in this thing. I'm not gonna lie.
No, we respect the artistry. We can dislike some of the stuff.
I respect artistry, but do you know what I also respect? Waifu material. Kotobukiya has revealed the Cadence prototype.
And concept for Chrysalis.
And the concept for Chrissy. But we're going to focus on Cadence here first. So yes, the Cadence prototype has been revealed, which means that we are just a stone's throw away from getting it colored and orderable. So make sure you have your wallets ready. Make sure you have your websites bookmarked. Make sure you are ready to jump at a moment's notice. Because these things tend to go fast. And they will go furious. And then the only way you're going to get one is by some crazy collector over at a convention that's going to sell it for not double the price, but you'll definitely be paying a few extra you'll be spending a few extra tens on it, that's for sure. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be really nice, and we even got the tease. Because this is a tease of Chrissy.
Those high platform shoes.
High platform shoes. It looks like she's wearing like 70s they're not floods. What are they? Flares? Flare pants? It feels like she's really inspired by the 70s.
Bell bottoms.
Bell bottoms, yeah. They're definitely bell bottoms. Yeah. But this is just speculation. For all I know, there could be absolutely nothing there, and oh, that'll be interesting, that's for sure. But yeah, Queen Chrissy is still in development. Cadence has been... They're still being made. And that's the big thing. That's the one thing I was kind of concerned about, because we haven't heard anything in a while, but the Kotobukiya figures are still being produced, and they will soon be released. Be afraid. Be very afraid. But also be excited. Be very, very excited. I'm very excited.
Why wouldn't we be very excited?
And yes, that is it for the news here. And next is going to be our challenge of the week. Now, of course, Cold Dust unfortunately wasn't feeling too great at the start of the pre-show. We don't know if he's going to be available. Hopefully CMC might at least be able to grace us with the protest challenge. But for the challenge of the week, as done by Random Spin, but on a wheel, is going to be con worker, as in convention worker. But we also had a protest initiative challenge. And of course, CMC and Cold Dust are both not available. Well, CMC kind of
is what you're looking for.
Yeah. So we're doing shovel. And I admit, this one took me a little while to come up with. Admittedly, I've been dealing with a lot of brain blockage with trying to figure out some other things. I eventually kind of hammered this out over the weekend and straightened it up a bit while I was at work.
No cutting in line.
If there's one thing that drives me absolutely nuts, and I'm not gonna lie, this does happen at a lot of conventions, it's people that manage to cut in line. Granted, I will not deny I am probably a hypocrite. I have probably cut the line a few times myself. I'm not proud of it when I do. Let's see, Chaos Sakai, what is the starting price? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But if it's anything like the Princess Celestia, Princess Luna, I'd say about $120 to $140. Just to keep that in mind. But, yep, the joke here, Creature was caught cutting the line, and apparently when I'm working as con staff, I will very angrily make sure that you feel the punishment of cutting line.
Meanwhile, in the server, Creature's like, what?
No, Creature realizes he got caught, and he's about to feel the pain. Or actually, I'm hitting somebody next to Creature, and he's just panicked about the situation. I don't know. This one, I kind of tried to do something a little bit different with the muzzles. I don't know if it quite worked. I think I kind of got the body and hooves a little bit better. Granted, yeah, Circuit doing a full arch back like that is completely insane. But, yeah, I think I did okay with what I had.
Your poor back.
My poor back. Luckily, I've been taking a lot of yoga lately, and it has been doing a lot of good things for me. But yeah, that is the creation I had.
I'm uploading mine right now.
Well, while you do that, I also managed to get another one created for my Tumblr posting that I've been trying to catch up on as part of a secondary challenge. The Tumblr post was simple. It just had somebody going, "Sup, Circuit." So I decided I'd sup back with explosions, or at least an attempt at what looked like an explosion. Now it just looks like some sort of really weird nacho cheese platter. Really weird nacho cheese platter. But I at least got the hair. I got the mane looking really swept and everything. So I'm not gonna knock it too much. I mean, I've been trying to do more dynamic poses, more poses that require me to really think about how the person is looking in the 3D space, which is going to drive me absolutely mad, but it's gonna grow me in a good way. In the meantime, we have Tokoi at ShovelCon.
Considering I did this within the past 30 minutes, that's pretty good.
No, that's not bad at all. It's a darn sight better than my shovel, to some extent. And apparently I'm not DJ Pony Circuit. I will accept that. And, yep, it has been a bit of a quieter week as well, so we have no other our entries or creation entries to bring in at this moment. That's alright. I guess it's been a bit of a weird week for people, and I think everybody is just trying to get through everything. So, we're going to do our best to try to keep people entertained, and let's also give them something to work on if they want to keep their creative skills sharp. So I'd like to bring all of you once again to the Picker Wheel
Of Destiny.
or of at least an art of a creation challenge. So the Picker Wheel, yep, taking it easy. Thank you, DM12. Taking it easy. But yes,
Believe it or not, that actually came on the radio while we were driving.
I don't doubt that. But for everybody out there, the prompt, everybody gets a chance at the prompt. You can choose whatever you want as long as it is a prompt. you get 1. But we'll take that 1, we'll put it into our wheel, randomize it, and spin. Badass redesigns. And whatever is the winning prompt will be declared the challenge of the week. And everybody who wants to create something will be asked to try to have something created within that week based on the prompt. It can be anything. You can do artistry, you can do painting, you can do line work, you can do interpretive dance, you can post a TikTok video, you can make a poem, you can write a short story, you can design a video, you can play a video game character and then make it look like that guy, but you know, you maybe put pony ears on it just to say it's Pony. It's Pony because he's got ears. Just like a cat girl just has to have ears and it's a cat girl. Don't question the furriness of it. It's a cat girl. That Suki sounds like, oh god, that sounds like oh god.
That was Sunday before we did Power World.
No, that sounds about right too. I think the Circle Tunes even did something similar to that. So, 1 healer and just 5. It's like, we need a healer, damn it. We need a tank. What are you doing? No.
It's yeah. I come in with the healer, and then all of a sudden all the other icons are just the fist icon in Marvel, and I'm like, son of a bitch.
Oh, you know what those fists are for, man. There's yours. All right. Okay. All right. Last chance to get your prompts in. Going once. Going twice. Well, we'll give it a second here because technically last chance is also somebody's 30 minutes of latency. But really quick while we wait for them, I do want to thank all of you that have been entering prompts and giving us ideas, even if it's been one time or multiple times. It's been scary seeing some of the stuff you come up with, but it's also been kind of fun trying to think of ways to make the prompts work and really testing and flexing my skills and just trying to think outside of the box. And yeah, it's really been a lot of fun really making that work. It's pushed me to some interesting levels, but I've enjoyed every bit of it, even if I hate how much the art does not look the way I want it to. It still was something that I was pushing myself towards, and I am very happy towards that. So just a quick thank you to all of you for that. And now let's see which one of you comes up with a prompt that drives me mad. Marketing. Well, everybody, we're going into the marketing business now. So next week's challenge is marketing.
Yeah.
But I believe we
if
can't.
I win next week's one as well, I can't put anything in for about a week.
Say what? Oh. Well, that's you. That's your choice on that one.
Yeah, no, that's the rules.
Well, there's also another thing we need to do. Unfortunately, that is somebody that is hopefully with you.
He's currently on his phone.
6 hours of driving. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna just lay here.
Ah, dang it, Kelsey. Actually, Toyetic would have been funny. Actually, we might have to make him Toyetic. But is CMC coherent enough to throw out a random art prompt?
What would be the challenge of the week? Like protest.
Wait, is Cole not there?
No, he's not.
Oh.
This is the real work, everybody.
It's Kitty Cat.
Kitty Cat. Oh, God. Sorry.
CMC is going to be on my bed tonight, and my cat is at the foot of my bed, just chilling.
No, that, I mean, it works. It's just,
you could be marketing the cat, or
no.
no.
It's a whole nother thing I'm not going to bring up. It's not worth bringing it up here. But really quickly, we also do have one other entry in the fan submissions to suggestions I wanted to make mention of. because we couldn't fit it in the video segment and we couldn't put it as the ending song. A full-on a cappella song done by Voodoo Pup called Clear Skies. Honestly, recommend checking it out. It's really interesting to hear an a cappella pony song, and they tend to be rare. So please be sure to check out the show notes for that, because that is really cool.